Most people wait for motivation to come from the outside. They wait for someone to clap for them, to push them, to remind them to get up, to remind them to hit the gym. But champions don't wait. Champions create their own fire. You have to become your own motivator. When the alarm clock goes off at 5 a.m., there's no one else to drag you out of bed. It's you versus you. That voice inside that says sleep a little more will always be there. But the stronger voice must be the one that says, get up, it's time to work. In the gym, no trainer, no partner, no playlist can push you harder than your own mindset. You have to be the one who says one more rep, one more set, one more mile. That's what separates average from greatness. Discipline is the root of self-motivation. It's about doing the work when nobody's watching, when you're sore, when you're tired, when you're discouraged. You still show up. That's when you grow. That's when you earn the body, the strength, the confidence you want. Don't rely on hype. Hype fades. Don't rely on inspiration. Inspiration is temporary. Build habits, build grit, build discipline, because the day will come when you don't feel like it, and only self-motivation will carry you through. Push yourself, encourage yourself, motivate yourself, because at the end of the day, nobody else can lift those weights for you. Nobody else can run that mile for you. Nobody else can fight your battles. It's you every single day. Stop waiting for motivation. Create it. Most people sit around waiting for motivation like it's some magical gift that will suddenly make them unstoppable. But motivation isn't something you wait for, it's something you build. If you wait for the perfect day or the perfect mood, you'll never achieve greatness. Think about the gym. How many times do you truly feel like working out? Maybe 1 out of 10. But if you only go on that one day, you'll never grow. Self-motivation means showing up when you don't feel like it. It's about refusing to let feelings control your actions. The truth is, discipline creates motivation, not the other way around. Every time you push through resistance, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than your excuses. The alarm clock doesn't care if you're tired. The weights don't care if you're sore, and your dreams don't care if you don't feel like it. You either step up or step back. That's the reality. You versus you, the greatest battle you'll ever fight is not against other people. It's against yourself. Your laziness, your doubts, your comfort zone. These are your real enemies. In the gym, nobody else can do the reps for you. Nobody else can push that weight off your chest. Nobody else can run that last lap when your legs are burning. It's you versus you every single time. When you understand this truth, you stop comparing yourself to others. You stop worrying about who's stronger, faster, leaner, or more advanced. You focus on beating the version of yourself you were yesterday. If you lifted 50 pounds yesterday, today you push for 55. If you ran 2 miles yesterday, today you run 2. 1. Progress comes from constant self-competition, not external validation. Self-motivation is born when you embrace that the fight is internal. Once you conquer your own mind, the rest of the world becomes easy. Discipline over feelings. Feelings are temporary. Discipline is permanent. Too many people rely on feeling motivated. But feelings are like the weather. They change constantly. If you only work when you feel good, you'll never get anywhere. That's why discipline is more powerful than emotion. Discipline is dragging yourself to the gym when your body screams, stay in bed. Discipline is sticking to your meal plan when junk food tempts you. Discipline is finishing that last rep when your muscles are begging you to stop. Here's the truth. The body grows when the mind says yes, while the muscles scream no. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. And every time you honor discipline, you're teaching yourself that you don't need external motivation. You've built the strength to push forward no matter what. Push beyond limits. Limits are not walls, they're illusions. The mind quits long before the body does. Every time you feel like you've reached your limit in the gym, you've probably got 40% left in the tank. That's why self-motivation is crucial. It pushes you to find out how far you can really go. When you push beyond limits, you tap into strength you never knew existed. That's where real growth lies. Nobody builds muscle by staying comfortable. Nobody transforms their body by stopping when it gets hard. Self-motivators don't stop at tired, they stop at done. They don't stop when it hurts, they stop when the work is complete. The next time you're about to quit, remind yourself, that's the moment champions are born. Push one more rep, run one more mile, give one more ounce of effort. That's where greatness is hiding, just past the point where most people quit. Build grit, not excuses. Excuses are the enemy of progress. The gym doesn't care about your excuses. Your body doesn't change because you had a long day. Growth doesn't pause because you didn't feel like it. Every excuse steals results. Grit, on the other hand, builds champions. Grit is the ability to show up no matter what. Rain, shine, tired, busy. Grit says, I'll find a way. And self-motivation is built on grit. It's choosing to do what's necessary even when you have 1,000 reasons not to. Fitness is a battlefield of excuses. Too tired, too busy, too sore, too stressed. But every time you choose grit over excuses, you strengthen your character. You prove to yourself that you are in control, not your circumstances. That's how transformation happens, not by luck, but by relentless grit. Inspire yourself daily. If you always depend on others for motivation, what happens when they're not around? That's why you must learn to inspire yourself daily. Self-motivation means you don't need a cheerleader. You are your own cheerleader. Create rituals that spark your fire. Write down your goals and read them before every workout. Keep progress pictures to remind yourself how far you've come. Blast music that makes you feel unstoppable. Create affirmations that fuel your mind when doubt creeps in. The gym is a lonely place sometimes. Not every workout will be surrounded by people. Not every set will come with applause. Most of the time, it's you, the weights, and your thoughts. That's why it's crucial to feed yourself positivity, to remind yourself daily why you started, and to fuel your inner drive. Self-inspiration is the fuel for longevity. External hype fades, self-belief never does. Self-motivation makes you unstoppable at the end of the day. The reason self-motivation is so powerful is because it makes you unstoppable. Life will throw challenges at you. There will be days when everything goes wrong, when you're exhausted, when progress feels slow. But self-motivated people don't quit. When you're self-motivated, you no longer rely on the world to push you. You push yourself. That's the superpower. That's what separates winners from everyone else. Champions are built in silence, when nobody's watching, when nobody's cheering, when it's just discipline and grit carrying them forward. In fitness, as in life, the results don't lie. The body doesn't respond to excuses, it responds to effort. And when you motivate yourself to keep showing up day after day, year after year, you become a force that nothing can stop. Be your own motivator, be your own power source, be unstoppable. Become a self-motivator at the end of the day. Everything comes down to one thing: you. No coach, no trainer, no motivational speaker can live your journey for you. The weights won't lift themselves, the miles won't run themselves, the body you dream of will not build itself. It all depends on your ability to rise every morning, lace up your shoes, and do the work whether you feel like it or not. Self-motivation is the secret weapon that separates those who quit from those who conquer. It's the voice inside that says, keep going, when everything in your body screams stop. It's the fire that burns long after the hype fades. So stop waiting for someone else to light your flame. Be your own fire, be your own drive, be your own source of strength. When you master self-motivation, you don't just transform your body, you transform your entire life.